Today's soap is based on Tahiti, but the artwork and essence makes us think of Hawaii.
Maui is on fire. We're going to make a donation today to an organization that can help, and we would encourage you to do the same.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Welcome. We're glad you're here. Come on in.
We just wanted to say a quick thank you one more time to Jason at the razor company who sent this after just hearing that Marcus and I were sharing a double edge, that the leaf razor actually has
they wanted to send her own.
Yeah, and it has 3 single edge blades.
3 single edge can go in, or 2 or 1, depending on the severity of the shave you're looking for.
And we are big fans of this color option. It's Prism.
Beautiful. So head over to the Razor Company and check out their selection. And isn't this community unreal? We just want to say thank you and be grateful. So today we have a very cool soap, and I got to admit, the label had
It really did.
I can't think of why, but the label had me. It is a beautiful artwork, and then the scent notes were just the topper on the cake. So I know I kind of picked this one out without you. I don't do that a whole lot.
No, but it's good. It's the perfect summer one, and we just wanted to try and sneak it in before summer got too far away.
Yes, and I'm glad we had a spot in the schedule to put it in while it's still August outside. So let's meet the soap.
So you picked this, right? So
I picked this without you, but here's why. A, the label was really beautiful. Here it is. Whoa, right. It's like so summery and beautiful, the islands. And then, because here's the description. Ready? Okay. The solar and exotic notes of Moana. And let me preface this. I'm not entirely sure this is pronounced Moana, but I'm going to say Moana because I've been Disney-fied. The solar and exotic notes of Moana will make you travel while leaving your skin delicately perfumed long after its application. A paradisiacal... Is that right?
That is right. Paradisiacal.
Did I say that right?
Paradisiacal.
Paradisiacal. Wait, what? A paradisiacal atmosphere of a trip to the islands. Moana exudes sunshine and exoticism. Exotic floral bouquet, vanilla, tinged with a woody coconut. Solar, floral, and sweet fragrance reminiscent of Manoi, which is in Tahiti. I looked that up. Enter the journey. How do you say no to that?
And it's one of our first international ones too, right?
Oh, this is a French soap, E&S, right?
Yes.
So this is not from an American artisan. This is from the French. How exciting. Now let's open the box. Okay, I'll open it.
You do it.
I'm just excited to see this label in real life. And there's 2 in here, which means we ordered a double for another episode.
So nobody
we're going to hide one from you.
Nobody look.
Let's see. Oh. Whoa. I don't know if you can see this, but see how the label's lacquered on?
It is, right.
Oh, that's cool.
And the back has an image on it too.
Yeah. Oh, whoa.
Wait, it's behind the description.
Right.
It's
still got a watermark
on the island.
That's interesting.
It's a harder puck.
Loose in there, guy. That's new.
That's new. Maybe like a hard puck kind of vibe.
Oh, that's cool. And look at that. And it's dark. You can kind of see that. Yeah. But it's moving around in there.
We have not had a hard puck yet.
That's a new one.
Maybe that's how the French do it.
Yeah, probably. All right. Oh, time for first impressions. All right, you ready for a trip to the islands?
I guess so. It's summer. Why not?
Why don't you do it? It's your birthday week.
You think? Okay. Let's give it. You're right. I can feel the lacquer of whatever that is.
It's cool. It's like the label's attached to it. Ooh. That's a nice dark pour.
Ooh, I just got tons of extra things. Holy
Did
cow.
you? Okay, let's see.
Wow.
Yeah? Your eyes got big.
I'm on an island.
Okay, ready? Oh. Whoa.
I was expecting. I wonder if France uses different, essential oils, but it sounds, it's not sounds. It's completely real.
Yeah, let's see.
It's a hard puck.
Come out,
it doesn't come out.
It kind of wants to. Oh, I see. Oh, it's very hard soap.
Yes, we might have. I see why people lather in the bowl with that.
Oh, this smells different. Wow. Okay, what do you get? What's your first impression?
At first, I thought
step back.
Yeah, at first I thought it was hit with more floral than like
Right,
islandy,
right, me
or
too.
like water. You know.
But you know what's funny? Flowers that I didn't know. I remember like when I first, I went to Oahu and Maui when I was 10. And what got me was there are these beautiful flowers that you've seen pictures of. But when you smell them, you're not prepared for that because California, we don't have those kind of tropical, especially this north. We're near San Francisco.
It makes me feel like I just walked into like a really fancy resort on an island. And these are the flowers that they have.
Because like I knew the flowers, but I knew they were flowers, but I'd never smelled them before. Does that make sense?
Yes,
like almost
but that's what I mean.
Every flower
I can tell
in
I'm
Hawaii
outside,
was like that for me. So these might be like Tahitian flowers that we don't know.
Right. Does that make sense though?
I get a little lily. At first you get lily.
Yes. It's very
but like a different like tropical kind of lily.
Yes, I would agree.
And then something green but not floral. You smell that too?
Yes,
it, like,
that's
just
why I felt like it was more outside.
Keeps it islandy rather than just floral, right? Whoa.
It's very clean and refreshing
and yet I get there's something else I get that's a little bit indoorsy somehow too.
Yeah, I don't want to say woodsy.
No, but like if there's a cabana.
Yeah, right.
It's like kind of
half in,
enclosed.
Half out.
I get something like in the wood that's like a fresh clean.
I cannot wait to read the scent notes because I am trying so hard to figure this out.
Oh, I hope they're not in French. Okay, so why don't you read these scent notes and let's take them a little slow and let's see if we can find them.
We'll start with top notes because that's how they're listed.
Yeah.
Coconut.
Now, we were talking to an artisan. We did an interview not long ago, and they just kind of like off the cuff were like, and it's impossible to do coconut. And I wanted to circle back and be like, wait, excuse me.
So here's the thing.
What did you mean by that? But I haven't done that yet.
When I was in the Philippines, they would just hand you the coconut straight up and they would like, open it.
Right.
This coconut smell reminds me of the outside of the coconut.
Right.
Not what we think of the meat of the milk of the coconut.
Yeah, I'm
but
with
like
you.
that woodsy outer
Yep.
layer. If I were to read coconut and try and find it, that's what my brain shows me.
Yes.
Not that the other part couldn't be there, but that's what I get first.
Right.
Okay.
My mom was super creative, and she was also super thoughtful. She has Alzheimer's now, so she's still with us, but not quite the same. And when we went to Hawaii when I was 10,
yes, okay.
she wanted to do something really special for her family and friends because when you didn't have the internet, it was a lot bigger of a deal to travel to Hawaii and stuff.
And that's why postcards and things were so big.
Yeah,
like it was
you couldn't just Google Maui. You had to have somebody tell you about it, right? So when we went, she wanted to sort of like give everybody a unique experience back home. So
that sounds so like Jeannie. That's so sweet.
So she asked a bunch of her friends what they did when they went to Hawaii. And she said that one thing you could do was you could literally take a mailing label and staple it. Just straight up staple it to the outside of a coconut and mail that shit. Like mail it. Put it in, take it to the post office in Maui and mail it. And thus we did.
How many did you do?
So we went to this place where you could pick like coconuts and things.
Right.
And they were in the husk. So they were like this big and had the giant husk on them. And my mom with her staple go, crack, and and walked into the post office laden down. And I will never forget the look on the face of the dude at the post office because he was just like, this might as well happen. It was like, oh God,
it's another one of these people.
I know, right? But in her defense, everybody who got one back home was like, oh my God,
this is
you
the
sent
best
me
thing.
a coconut, right? So I wouldn't suggest doing that.
Probably not anymore,
right? Because it annoyed a lot more people than it made happy. But it
that's
was a
what we're
really
smelling.
cool thing. Yeah, I never forgot that. You've been to Hawaii before?
I have. It was definitely more time in a dance convention than it was actually out exploring. But I definitely have been there.
Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, so let's
notes,
move on from the coconut. Okay.
Story time's over. So top notes, we have coconut, clearly. Orange blossom.
Oh. Yeah, but again, not the kind I'm used to.
Because my grandma has an orange blossom off her deck, and this is definitely different.
I like that these are like lilies and orange blossoms, but not California versions. They're different versions.
Right. They make you think.
Of course.
And then bergamot.
Oh, right. Heart notes. Okay.
Heart notes.
Oh, and this is the white flower.
That's
so
cool
I think
to
this is
put
the
heart
lilies. So I
notes
smell
instead
the
of,
lilies.
like,
Yeah,
okay.
middle, right. Heart notes.
Yes, white flowers.
That's
Very
the
descriptive,
lily.
everyone.
Ooh.
Okay.
Now, your sworn enemy, the rose scent. But as we're learning in this world, it's not the scratch and sniff sticker rose version that we had growing up. These artisans have way better.
You know, it's a perfect blend of the other flowers that it doesn't stick out too much, that it doesn't. Kind of like when you were nervous about grapefruit the other day, that it just blended in the mix. Yeah. You know?
And you smelled that just the whole
bouquet together. If I really
together.
tried to search for it, I can get it. But it's mixed in there with the other.
Right.
So the next one is jasmine. I smell that more.
And iris.
An iris.
Oh, iris. Yeah, cool.
You very rarely see that written.
I like that there's like the fruits at the top. There's the orange and the coconut. And then in the middle, they stuck with flowers. And then underneath, they stuck with spices. What do you got?
So base notes, balsamic. Huh.
What?
Okay.
I think that might be like, because every scent like this kind of needs something strong to round it. Right. Like the patchouli or the sandalwood. This might be that balsamic.
So then next, which we kind of picked up on, woody.
Got it.
Sandalwood.
Nice.
And musk.
Yeah, I got the musk. The musk works well with the flowers.
It helps blend, for sure. Wow.
Yeah. So I gotta say, this is the part where I always go, would it work for the ladies? A totally different question this time. Would this work for guys? Because this is clearly, like, I can already picture the 4 relatives of mine that would wear this, but they're all girls. So would this work for a guy?
I don't want to say it can't, but I say your average male may not gravitate towards it.
It's really floral and stuff. It's really has sort of the building the notes of more perfume than cologne.
You know, to give it credit, it's clearly sort of based.
Right.
You know,
it's supposed to be that.
For
I do know a lot of guys that enjoy floral fragrances, but I do find that this is just for the American nose a little bit more on the side of what a female would wear. Right. But I think that's cool. How many savings do we have? 20. This is our 21st episode, I think. And this is the first one where I'd say, no, this tilts a little bit more feminine than male.
I would agree. I don't think that's a bad thing.
No.
But the flower-ish zone of this one is definitely more prominent.
No, and you know what? I think there are some colognes that are super floral. So I don't know, maybe, ooh, you know what too? We are kind of thinking with American brains, because what if European people, or what if people from the islands, or what if guys in Tahiti, what if guys in Hawaii who are more native, this is more of what their cologne would smell like.
Well, and they're probably outside on the island all the time. Right. Like they're in that world. It's a little different than us just going to smell the flowers.
This might break way open when we let it, but I'm wondering how hard it is. Let's see here. Because I've not had one yet that came loose.
That's more like a puck
in the container like this, right? So we're
learning here.
Heavy. Let's see.
I thought you're sticking.
This is my super duper lather bowl from Vanulay. It's got a honeycomb pattern that holds the lather. All right. So as I lather, this is for the newbies. I used to just start with giant circles. And what I'm finding works a lot better is to focus on the area where I have pressed the soap and get as much onto my brush as I can. And if it doesn't all want to jump onto the brush, I might need to add a little more water.
She was a little thirsty because it was a harder puck, so let me know.
And as Jerry says, it's not just about the swirl. You can sometimes go back and forth to get the soap up. So I was a little worried because the soap was a little crunchy, but it is lathering fantastic. Oh, and look at the color.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get it on camera.
I made fun of Sarah for suggesting that a darker soap would make a darker lather, and she was completely right.
Coming from this,
I'm a
and
jackass.
then finding that it's not completely bright white. It has a little like caramely, vanilla-y.
I love that. I love that it keeps its off-white color. Right? There's something sexy about that. I don't know exactly what it is. It's a little different. It has that other... Is it more... That's like a rowboat in the box.
Okay.
This is inflated and ready to go. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yes, I need a whiffer. Wow.
Talk to me.
Do you want to feel alive?
It's funny, like different flowers are popping out.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking at first maybe the flowers are separating out because sometimes the lather does that. It separates out. But nope, this combines them. And it's fantastic. Because before I could smell the lily, I could smell them like separately from the container.
Yeah.
This is the conservatory of flowers. They're all together.
It's a little, I don't want to say perfume-y, like sometimes how we say cologne-y.
Well, no, but I think when flowers do combine well, It's
Right.
perfumes that do that. And I
Right.
think that's what you're catching is these are just flowers combined super well, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Does it smell perfumey?
I feel like in here, the lather gave me a little more of that vibe.
Yeah, that's cool. And you know how when you smell a lily, there is a little bit of an after smell of less sweet as the scent leaves you? This captures that.
It really does. That after with
This captures
leftover.
that. When you get it, like you get the lily like it's here, and then in the afterthought of the smell, the sweetness goes,
Definitely.
and it's because like a real lily would. Oh, that's great. Talk to me about the spices. What are you smelling? Do you smell the wood under it all still?
Now, yes, it definitely, I don't want to say it gave more light to the wood, but a little bit.
Oh, I can see that.
You
of
know?
lightening the wood up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of like a darker,
What was the wood? Did it say?
one's
sandalwood.
woody and then sandalwood.
Woody and sandalwood. Okay.
But the musk to me definitely blends in.
Well, there's 5 notes just in the base.
True.
So those are going to kind of combine to do some cool stuff. Normally, when I smell this many flowers, the sweet goes
true. I don't
way
get that. I'm definitely going more of the perfumey
not.
vibe. So
Yep, just a little bit perfumey, but not overly sweet, which is fantastic. The first thing you would normally catch of this many flowers, I think, would be a huge sweet whack to the face. But this has all of the flowers and none of the whack. See if you get that. Because think of like real lilies, like shoved in your face.
I
They're
know. Yeah,
pungent.
they are, and yes, I think compared to other ones we've had before, the flowers are definitely more intense in this, but they are not hitting
Okay,
at that level.
I'm going to say a word. See if you get this. Ready?
Okay.
The flowers are creamy.
Interesting.
We might have our first disagreement here on the Barbershop Duet. I smell a creaminess to the flowers. I'm not sure how.
Interesting.
I'm not sure how.
They're a little bright to me. Like they're just freshly cut, put in water, like in front of me still.
Yeah. Maybe it's just the tonka.
But maybe that's what I was going to say.
Not tonka. Maybe it's just the vanilla.
That's what I was going to say. There is vanilla in there. It's not. It's not only flowers.
A little creamy, almost like a flower ice cream.
No.
You know, there was that one dude who bought an island.
If only there was a way for you to get your own.
So head over to their website at murphyandmcneil.com, where you'll find this and a wide range of other products. Well, I've shaved with Moana. And you know what? Let's have a grown-up conversation. Because of the way that the soap moved around in the container, I thought maybe it was a little bit dry, or I would have a little bit of a trouble making a lather compared to the super soft American soaps. But nay. I have had some much more educated people in the shaving community talk to me about this, and they said that many of the European creators use more of the traditional ingredients, which are a bit more dry in the container. But they assured me that the lather would be amazing. And you know what? The lather's amazing. I mean, I am learning to compare because we're still brand new to this. But y'all, this was noticeably an awesome lather for me. So E&S, beautiful soap. A little on the floral side for me in general, but this had a way of making those lilies softer and nicer. And as they said in the description, it does stay with you a while, and I liked it. Thanks. Mm-hmm. Wow. If only I knew the French artisans. We got this from Murphy and McNeil, so I'm not sure.
E&S.
E&S. Wow. So if anybody knows, we don't really know how to reach out to international artisans or say thank you. So thank you. We grabbed this
wonderful
because of the artwork, but there was so much more heart in this.
There's a lot of layers.
It's brilliant. And to all the people of Maui, if any of you happen to be watching,
our hearts are with you.
And we're praying for you.
We hope to see you at your next appointment on Saturday morning with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.